Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to the 23rd Christmas 2020 update. So, started these Christmas updates at the beginning of November, and here we are. We've come to like a couple of days before Christmas, and we're virtually at the end now of the Christmas updates. So it's just going to be this one and then the 24th that we're going to do on Wednesday, I think. And then we will do like the weekend forecast as always on Christmas Eve for the full Christmas week. So yeah, here we go again. Time for another Christmas update, and I hope you've enjoyed this season of Christmas updates. I think it's been one of the best years of Christmas updates that we've done. Certainly have a lot of interesting updates, quite a lot of cold updates, quite a lot of snowy updates as well. So yeah, I think this is one of the best seasons of Christmas updates that we've done. I hope you've enjoyed watching them as much as I have enjoyed sort of doing them. And yeah, we're going to get on with this one for you very short. Just say a big thank you to Richard for the amazing Christmas updates gift. Thank you so much, Rich. A Merry Christmas to Richard as well. Thank you so much to Richard for the Christmas updates gift. We're going to have a 10 to 14 day coming up for you later on this afternoon, and we'll be live streaming at 6 o'clock because we couldn't live stream yesterday. So I'm hoping, as long as I don't get any more migraines, hoping that I'll be able to do a live for you from 6 o'clock, from 6 until 7 this evening. We'll have a look at the snow prospects for Christmas in that one. Right, so let's get on with it then. So we're going to begin on the 23rd of December. This is just like a couple of days away now. Even Christmas Eve, just a couple of days away. This is how we're looking on the 23rd of December on Wednesday then. High pressure will be building out to our north and northwest. We'll be pulling in this cold east to northeast wind with low pressure to the south, bringing outbreaks of rain. Upper air temperatures on Wednesday look like this. So it can be cold across the north. Cold air will be digging in to Scotland and to Northern Ireland. Generally still quite mild for central southern parts of England and Wales. There's going to be heavy outbreaks of rain across many parts of England and Wales as well on Wednesday. So a little bit of a deluge coming through across much of England and Wales. On the very far northern edge of that rain, some of it might turn a little bit wintry over high ground of like North Wales, the North Midlands, and into Northern England. That'll be particularly over high ground, but won't be overly surprised. There's a few flakes coming down to lower levels. Of course, we will have a look at this in the live stream from 6 o'clock tonight and see what the snow potential is over Christmas. So I suppose it would be a little bit of a snow watch live stream for Christmas. How interesting will that be? Temperatures on Wednesday are going to be very mild in the south, up to around 10, 11, 12 degrees, so many southern parts of the country. Going further northwards, it will be colder. So northern England only sees temperatures around 4 or 5, and up into Scotland and Northern Ireland, it's colder than that, actually, but very mild still down in the south on Wednesday. Right, so then we go through to Thursday, Christmas Eve. The low pressure then clears away to the east. The winds turn into the north and into the northeast with high pressure out to west. So Christmas Eve will become colder with northerly winds setting in. Upper air temperatures are looking cold on Christmas Eve, so we pull those northerly winds down across the country, and that brings those cold upper air temperatures down with them. So there'll be wintry showers in the north and in the east on Christmas Eve, possibly some snow showers running down the east coast, some snow showers peppering northern eastern parts of Scotland as well. A lot of dry weather for southern and western regions. It may get very windy, by the way, overnight Wednesday into Thursday. So overnight from Wednesday into Christmas Eve, could be very windy down in the south for a time, and then all that pulls away. Basically left with a cold northerly wind, plenty of sunshine, central western airs, a few wintry showers running down the east coast. A cold day for Christmas Eve, can be a cold Christmas Eve with temperatures best in the south, probably up to around 5, 6, 7 degrees on the south coast, but again from the Midlands northwards we just see temperatures of like 2, 3, 4 degrees. So a cold day for Christmas Eve, our coldest Christmas Eve probably for 10 years. Christmas Day will also be cold under this ridge of high pressure, so it can be a lot of dry weather around on Christmas Day, and bags of sunshine, I would have thought. Should really be a sparkling sort of Christmas Day with plenty of blue sky, but it will be a cold Christmas Day, I think. Upper air temperatures are looking cold still for England and Wales. A bit less cold for Scotland and Northern Ireland, but even there, I think it'll be pretty cold, really, on Christmas Day. There'll be wintry showers still peppering these eastern coasts. So again, places like Aberdeen, maybe Newcastle, possibly somewhere in East Anglia, Norwich perhaps, might get some wintry showers on Christmas Day. You can see the emphasis is clearly on dry weather in most places. Could be some wintry showers around these western coasts of northwest England, west to North Wales, down to southwest England, so a few wintry showers possible there. But you see the emphasis really is on dry weather for Christmas Day until perhaps this band of rain preceded by sleet or snow goes to the very far north of Scotland. It will be a cold start to Christmas Day with a widespread frost, so again, going to be crunchy on Christmas Day. Been a while since we've woken up to a widespread frost and a crunchy white grass. So yes, plenty of frost around for Christmas morning to make it look nice and pretty and seasonal. Temperatures will be cold all day on Christmas Day. After that frosty start, we only see temperatures going up to around 2, 3 or 4 degrees. So a cold Christmas Day. And again, our coldest Christmas Day for 10 years since 2010 does seem very, very likely. Boxing Day, we'll see a reversion back to westerly, so we pick up a stronger westerly wind as this area of low pressure runs in to the north of Scotland. So the upper air temperatures lift up a little bit on Boxing Day. It'll turn windier, it'll turn slightly less mild, slightly less cold, slightly milder, and will bring more cloud in from the north and from the west as well. So there'll be showers or longer spells of rain from central and northern parts of the country on Boxing Day. Some of that might turn to snow initially, but I think most of it should turn back to rain. And mainly dry down in the south, but with a lot of cloud through there. You see temperatures are milder on Boxing Day, or less cold, I suppose. It's not particularly mild, but in the south, with up to around 6, 7, 8 degrees, that's about average for like 26th December. In the north, probably around 4, 5 or 6 degrees. So slightly less cold on Boxing Day. Sunday 27th of December, we'll see this low pressure diving southwards. The models have been showing this, very consistently for several days now. So low pressure dives southwards across the UK as this ridge pulls up to Greenland. That pulls in, like a strong and cold northerly wind. Upper air temperatures are going to be cold as that low pressure dives southwards from Iceland and Greenland. It'll be pulling cold air in with it, so it's a cold core area of low pressure. And there'll be plenty of showers along the spells of rain rotating around this. Of course, this is a very complex setup, so the detail in terms of where the precipitation is, that's all to be determined. The devil will be in the detail with this, in terms of who gets rain, who gets snow. But the suggestion for Sunday 27th December is that there is rain, sleet and snow rotating around that area of low pressure on what will be a colder day. So after slightly milder sleet for Boxing Day, temperatures begin to drop again on Sunday. In the south, we're still up to around 5 or 6 degrees, but really again from like Wales and Midlands northwards, temperatures are struggling to get much above freezing. That's probably a little bit undercooked, but it is going to be turning colder on the 27th. This is Monday 28th of December. Again, cold trough of low pressure sitting across the country. We're on the cold side of the jet stream with this big mid-Atlantic ridge heading up towards Greenland, pulling in these cold northerly winds. Upper air temperatures are becoming cold. It's not a desperately, severely cold sort of freeze-up type thing, but it's certainly pretty cold with this area of low pressure. The upper air temperatures are becoming cold. There's precipitation around. Again, the areas of precipitation to be determined very much, suggesting here that for Monday 28th of December, precipitation is really in the north and the east, where a lot of it could be falling as snow. There could be rain mixed in further southwards as well. But it is a cold day for the 28th of December, with temperatures again forecast to be at best like 2, 3, 4 degrees down in the south. Much of Scotland, Northern Ireland, Northern England, colder than that actually. So yeah, turning colder between Christmas and the New Year quite clearly. Tuesday 29th of December, we'll see us under this area of low pressure again. So again, you see pulling in cold winds from the north around that area of low pressure. It's combined with northern blocking. Upper air temperatures are looking cold, probably cold enough for snow to fall in places. There is further precipitation around as well. Again, suggested to be particularly in the north and northeast and around those western areas. Some of it could be snow. There will also be plenty of sunshine to enjoy, but it will be cold with temperatures suggested for some parts of northern Britain, like Scotland and northern England, to be struggling to get much above freezing. Again, that's probably a little bit undercooked, but it is going to be cold. You know, it is going to be cold between Christmas and New Year. There'll be widespread frost and ice, and by day temperatures probably max out at around 2, 3 or 4 degrees. Wednesday the 30th of December is another cold day, but low pressure, the trough is shifting further southwards. If anything, we're pulling in a little bit more of a northeasterly here. Again, we've got the blocking out to our north and west. The upper air temperatures still looking quite cold. There's further precipitation around. Some of it could be snow because it's cold air mass. Could be rain in places as well. And there will also be plenty of sunshine. Again, the detail on all of this is to be determined much closer to the time frame. Temperatures are cold for Wednesday the 30th of December. Just 1, 2, 3 degrees forecast through most parts of England and Wales. Scotland is struggling to get much above freezing. That's probably over the snowfields. So another cold day there on the 30th of December. We head to New Year's Eve. We're staying cold with low pressure continuing to be like to our south and east. High pressure blocking to the northwest. Winds are in from a north-northeast direction. We're looking cold and potentially quite wintry. Upper air temperatures are cold for New Year's Eve. We're into low res now, but there's the suggestion that there will be precipitation around. And again, some of it, or quite a bit of it, probably by this point, falling as snow. Look at those temperatures forecasts for New Year's Eve. Most places is predicted to stay below freezing all day. I think that is probably undercooked given the upper air temperatures. But it is a suggestion that as we go further on, you know, we're generating our own sort of cold pool, I think. So day by day, it just starts to get colder and colder. So that is a very cold New Year's Eve. That'll be our coldest New Year's Eve for a really long time. Might be the coldest New Year's Eve maybe since 1996, 1997. I'm not sure. But that's a very, very cold New Year's Eve. And New Year's Day is also forecast to be cold as well. We're pulling in the wind from an east-northeasterly direction. Upper air temperatures are remaining pretty cold once again. A little bit more in wet precipitation around on New Year's Day as well, so that probably increases the threat of snow, if anything, particularly for more northern and east parts of the country. But remember, we're low res now. Again, another very cold day. There'll be a widespread frost to begin the Thursday of 2021, and otherwise, you know, temperatures struggling to get much above freezing once again, which is probably a bit too low. I doubt it'll be quite that cold, but nevertheless, if it comes up, that will be the coldest New Year since, I think, probably since 1996, maybe 2009, 10. But certainly for several years. That'll be the coldest New Year for several years. And then finally, for this update, I'm going to finish up on the 2nd of January. Still pulling in winds from an east to northeast direction. Still the blocking maintained out to northwest, so it continues to be looking cold. Upper air temperatures continue to be cold. There's more precipitation around, so there could be further snow in places. Temperatures again are struggling to get much above freezing, especially for more northern and also some southern parts of the country, interestingly. What an update! How many years have we waited for a cold Christmas? And here we go, we've got it. So this is going to be our coldest Christmas, you know, Christmas Day, since 2010. Definitely our coldest Christmas 10 years, and probably our coldest Christmas week. You know, from Christmas Day to New Year, probably our coldest Christmas week for many, many years, actually, with this. Because remember, 2010 thawed out just after Christmas. So we had the frozen snow-covered Christmas Day and Boxing Day, then after that it went. But this was like getting colder as we go between Christmas and New Year. So our coldest Christmas week for quite a few years, many years, being forecast here. How very, very interesting. Remember, the CFS was playing around with this possibility as early as like early November. Had a big wobble on it, didn't it? In the middle of in the middle and latter part of November to early December, there was a big wobble. But the CFS, you know, was playing around with this for like several weeks ago. So very, very interesting that the CFS perhaps had this picked out as early as like early November. But anyway, that's it. So we're going to do one more Christmas update for you on Wednesday. That'll be the 24th. And then, of course, I suppose we've got update number 25 as well, which will be the weekend forecast on Christmas Eve. For this 23rd Christmas 2020 update, that's all for now. And thanks for watching.